interesting game as Germany. Pretty nice opening lands, not isolated per se, but a lot of land before I found anyone. It was actually that mountain range that I ended up discovering was a little bit deceptive because there were a lot of players actually very close to the other side of that mountain range. Polynesia DC'd early and was replaced by E6. I haven't played with E6 before. He seems like a fairly good player. He certainly had a nice start. He had a salt capital start on the coast on an inland sea. That's a fairly strong start. Additionally, he expanded very early to a Petra city, and he did what I basically did the game before, which is he fed a caravan early to his Petra city, his Petra expand, and then built Petra in the expand. It didn't look like anyone else was on a desert start, so no one contested him for Petra, so he did end up getting Petra fairly quickly. From there, he basically just went apeshit with wonders, spamming pretty much every wonder back to back to back to back. Fair enough. Did very good with the culture, ended up then trying to attack me in the medieval era with knights and crossbows. Did a reasonable job of trying to push in with that, certainly had me worried. And then from there transitioned into artillery. I made two real mistakes this game. The first of those mistakes was I think going universities was a mistake. If I had gone workshops and then into universities, I might have been a little later on the tech, but I would have been a lot more solid on the production. My thought process was I was first in production and wasn't probably going anywhere in production. I don't know if that was a huge mistake or not. I guess you could argue actually my first mistake was starving my Capital One population, and a lot of things followed from that. But let's gloss over that one and go to kind of what I could have done differently from a tech path or a military path decision-wise. I think workshops a little earlier might have been a thing. It might have allowed my other cities to have a bit more production earlier. And then potentially I went into frigates thinking I might be able to get frigates to his capital, but I didn't have enough information to realize he was in an inland sea and it was impassable. By going frigates, I picked up two techs I didn't need to pick up and basically wasn't able to get to artillery in time. He got to cavalry tech ahead of me, was able to produce a number of cavalry. He got into cannon tech ahead of me, was able to pre-build some cannons. So when we both hit artillery tech about the same turn, he had more units to upgrade. And therefore, basically, I'm fighting artillery and cavalry with crossbows and muskets. So from a perspective of what I needed to do differently, I basically couldn't have gone the frigate route. Didn't know that, needed to not have gone the frigate route, possibly should have gone workshops ahead of universities, and would have seen from that. As it was though, even if I had survived that artillery, it would have been in a pretty rough shape. He had much better culture than I did. I could see he almost had free thought finished in rationalism, so he had secularism, he had the other bonus when I was looking, he had about 2 to 3 more social policies than I had, which is a lot of social policies. And because of the wonders, because of his ability to kind of maintain that, he had a lot of city-state allies. He actually had very good gold income, extra trade route, 2 extra trade routes because I don't think he actually got Colossus, just the one, just from Petra. Pretty good game. I don't think the combat was all that exciting. It's a little bit last movie for me. I liked a little bit different like that. He did okay pushing in, but not amazing. I mean, we stopped him cold in the medieval era, and then, as I talked about, for the rest of it. Yeah, kind of interesting game. I don't lose wars too often. Haven't played with this guy before, and he's certainly a new contender on the scoreboard, so I'll look forward to playing with him again when I get a chance. And yeah, so anyways, guys, good game.